Hey YouTube, Mr. Driz here, and guess what? Monk time! That's right, as you can see I do have a monk. I am leveling up monk. His name is Driz. Today what are we going to do? Well, as you can see my UI is pretty bossly, in my opinion. So we're going to be going over my UI, what add-ons do I use. So I will be logging out, showing you which add-ons I use, things of that nature, and then we'll see how it goes. Uh, So let's get into it. First off, what you see here, the graphical interface, is called LUI. So what you do after you get LUI installed through Curse, Curse is what I use to download all my add-ons. I don't do the whole go out to a website, download the file, copy paste, do all that junk. No, Curse is much easier. I just have to click a button and go install and done. So you do /LUI. LUI screen comes up. Not difficult. The cool thing about LUI is there's different settings. You can change your theme to Death Knight, Druid, Hunter, all the races, or all the classes, I'm sorry. Plus they have added a few others in here. I'm not going to click on all the colors because I like the monk. It's my favorite color. Has been since it came out. Next, I would like to talk about profiles. As you can see from this screen right now, I have a ton of characters. Just the way it is. So each character that I make, their own profile is loaded into LUI. So it makes it easier if I make one that is similar to it. Say I want to roll another monk to do something else. I could always just throw it in, throw Drizz's profile in. Sorry guys, had a coughing spasm there. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I'm not going to talk about auras, bags, or bars, or anything like that. I'm just going to show you how I have mine set up. So for cooldowns, it's left to stock. For info text, again, left to stock. What I did change, however, is... Let me rub my eye. Sorry. The swing timer. I grabbed that thing and threw it off my screen. It is absolutely horrible. I took the horizontal position and moved it just to show you what I mean. With it being in my UI, it would literally sit about right here, and it got on my nerves, so I just threw it away. Next, you have your tooltips, which when you hover over something, such as an NPC, see right there it says Earthturn Clambringer? Whatever. That text is your tooltip. I would suggest clicking on Anchor to Cursor, just because I like seeing stuff without it. And when this is not checked, it shows up on the right-hand side of your screen. It kind of gets annoying. Next, you want to go to Unit Frames, hit the little plus sign, and click on Player. Now, I have my bar right here, my unit frame, moved. And as you can see, if I click on it, my target is roughly the same size away from me, same space. So I do have the player set to 350, negative 350x, and my y is negative 50. If I click on my target, it's a mirror image except for the x value is positive. The y value still remains negative. So, what else is there? Well, if you click back on player, you can click on text, and you'll notice that you can choose your health value. I have the Y value to 12 and the X value to 0 just so I can have that number sitting in my unit frame right here, the 2,384 number right there. That's because I have the Y value set to 12. The little 100 that you see underneath that, that's your power value. I have it set to negative 40. Okay, I always turn off target of target and target of target's target, along with turning off party target. Sorry. Okay. Now, what else? That's pretty much it for LUI, other than turning off your cast bars, which if you reopen your unit frames and go to player, click on cast bar, I have mine enabled, and the cast bar for your target also needs to be unchecked because we don't use any of the cast bars for these guys. We use quartz. Quartz is a great cast bar add-on. It's great for pretty much whatever you need. What I mean, you can click toggle lock. You have your targets, your cast bar right over your right here, and you have your targets cast bar. Now, the reason why I have these set like this is they're movable, and I like to have them set right above the nameplate of my target and myself. So I'm not going to be moving them around. Just hit lock when you're done. That's pretty much it for Quartz. It's very easy to use. Not much really to configure in it. There may be a few things you want to turn off in it, but I'll let you dive into that. Next add-on we're going to talk about is SCADA. It's SCADA. You use it to configure damage, or not to configure damage, but to record damage. I use it all the time. It's really good, and as you can see, it's sucking up a crap load of memory, about 17.9 megs. Wow, that is a lot. And LUI takes up 9 megs. Don't know why. It bounces out and back for me. So, yeah. SCADA is SCADA. It's movable. It's adjustable in size. Really like it. Suggest everyone getting it. Of course, it's not very needed unless you're just wanting to really know who's doing the top DPS, how far you're behind in DPS, or it tracks other things. If you click on the mode, it'll tell you healing, kill and taking, interrupts, threat, which is a joke now, so I wouldn't even worry about that. CC, buff up times, dispels, all kinds of craziness that you get out of it. The next add-on that we're going to talk about is probably one that most players are familiar with, especially if you're a raider or just a casual player. You're probably using this add-on now yourself. That is Bartender. Simple little UI, not UI, simple little bar configuration. You literally hit key bindings and hover over your skills, click the button you want it to be, and it key binds it. Cool. All you have to do is click on a bar, such as, say, bar 10, which I already have activated. Go to visibility, uncheck always hide, and your bar will now become visible, and you can put skills on it and see them. However, most players that are, well, I'm not going to say most players, a habit of mine is to take a few bars and leave them hidden, but still have skills on them. What do I mean like that? I mean, I take skills that I know I'm going to use, such as a potion, or, I don't know, sometimes I'll put my Hearthstone on it just because I don't want to see it. That's always a good option too, because they can still be keybound, and then you can hide them, and they still work. QQ. Alright. Another little cool thing is the XP bar, which I have unenabled. What I mean by that is I don't have it checked to enable it. What I use is actually the LUI XP bar, which is right below the power bar on my plate, on my tidy plate here. Not tidy plate, unit frame, sorry. Just go to player, XP, and enable. It's that simple, always show. Okay. What other add-ons can I talk to you guys about? Well, let's look at Class Timer. Class Timer is another add-on that I use. And literally once you pull it up, when you first install it, all of your bars, buffs, debuffs, everything is in the middle stacked on top of each other. What you do is click unlock or lock, take the check mark out, and move them around a little bit and leave them spread out a little bit because they'll start to stack a few times. Remember that. And you can make them larger, I believe. Bar settings, general, frame attributes. Yeah, here they are. Bar height, scale, spacing, all that good jazz. Fiddle with it. I like to keep mine small just because I know what they are. I've been playing with this enough to know. Lock. And you have your targets bars, your player bars, and your focus. I would recommend leaving all these on. Well, guys, that's pretty much all for my UI, except for two other items. And I'm sorry, that's my timer saying that I'm going over the actual intended time for this video, but that's okay. What we're going to go over now is MSBT, which is Mike's Scrolling Battle Text. Great, great add-on. I love to see numbers on my screen, but I don't like seeing damage that I do to a mob pop up over their head. So I use Mike's Scrolling Battle Text. What you do is you go to Scroll Area, click Configure Scroll Area, and then space out your incoming and your outgoing, and then I scroll up my notifications and push my notifications up towards the top of the screen, and my statistics lower. Just makes for a cleaner UI, and it's easier to keep up with the damage. Since I didn't change anything, I'm just going to click cancel. If you change things, you have to hit save. No brainer. There's other things you can control in here, such as cooldowns, things like that. But, you know, just play with it. Great add-on. Just to... I can't really show it to you in this video, but in one of my future videos, I'll be sure to be standing in front of something, or I'll try to get a dungeon video here soon, and you'll see it in action. It's a really great add-on. Next one that I use for all my high-level characters, and which I'm about to start configuring for my monk, is Tell Me When. As you can see, Tell Me When is a cool little add-on that down here you'll see the 4 buttons. They get huge, and that's cool. But there's also ways to mess with this, add more buttons, things like that. All you have to do is click on a button, right-click on a button, I'm sorry, and it tells you a little bit about it, conditions, you know, group settings, junk like that. But literally all you have to do is hit P, which is to open your spell book, and drag what spells you want to put down here when they're off cooldown. So if I pop, let's say, Fortifying Brew. Let's go ahead and move Fortifying Brew down to the correct area. If I can find it. I hate it when this happens. I start looking for a spell that I need and I can't find it. There it is, Elusive Brew. Nope, I meant Fortifying Brew. Drop it in there, hit exit config, it's down here, and we're going to go ahead and pop Fortifying Brew, which I have keybound to my number 9 button on my Naga, so hit 9, then it disappears. In 3 minutes, it'll pop back up, letting me know that it's ready. Awesome. Great add-on. However, since this guy is not ready for it yet, I'm going to go ahead and hit right-click on it and go to reset, take it all off. Nothing there now, so don't exit config mode. I don't really have any skill set yet. I'm still working on which ones I'm trying to throw down there. The monk is new to me. So yeah, guys, those are my add-ons. This is my UI. I use pretty much the same UI for all my characters. It's a basic UI. It's very good. It's very simple, and I really enjoy it. So, from myself and Mr. Driz here, this baller of a panda, we say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.